I welcome you all today on this important day of full moon of Sagittarius. Today we'll be discussing about how the energy of Sagittarius full moon help us in speeding our spiritual evolution. These full moons are very, very powerful periods of time where energies from the stars are available to us, but with a very high intensity. And this is because of the sun. The sun focuses the energy of the Sagittarius. Specifically, on every full moon day, the sun focuses the energy of the stars of the zodiac so that the energies surge on the planet Earth. And if a person knows that energy is surging in the space, then these energies can be utilized. If we do not know, we can't utilize. So it's a great opportunity for us not to miss this period of time and meditate during this period of full moon, which is 2 days before the full moon period, and 2 days after the full moon period. Now let us get into the energies of Sagittarius. I'm sharing my screen. Hope you all can see my screen. Yes. During the period of full moon of Sagittarius, what happens? This energy of Sagittarius is so powerful during the full moon period that if a person is ready to contact these energies can go and touch the person and create a rent in the consciousness. When I say rent, it creates a tremendous impact on the consciousness of the person. We are so busy with our day-to-day activities. Our world is so limited. We are so self-conscious, and we are concerned with things which are whose scope is quite limited. We are concerned about our health, our things, and our family. But we seldom have time to think about humanity and the greater good. This is because our consciousness is limited. Our information, our perspective in life is quite limited, because of which we suffer a lot. So during this period of full moon, the energy of the Sagittarius creates a very strong impact on the person's consciousness, and it makes a person know his goal. It gives a person a greater goal for which he can strive towards. This particular impact is so strong that within a person, he always feels the pull of this magnet. And that is the goal within us. The Sagittarius energy will create a goal within us. We could also say that these energies will help us see our goal, identify our goal, and it propels us forward. Once we see our goal and our goal is pulling us, what happens is we put efforts, we strive. It is like a magnet pulling iron filings towards it. If we do not have this goal within us, which is shining within us, which is also magnetic, then what happens? We have to struggle in life, and it becomes very difficult for us. But during this full moon period, this particular goal, which we can see very clearly, because our negative thoughts, our confined thinking, and our limited consciousness, all these things, they go away due to the effect of the full moon. When I say effect of the full moon, I'm talking about the effect of the Sagittarius energy during the full moon period. So we should meditate, we should use this time effectively. Sagittarius energy tries to encourage, charge, and challenges to surpass ourselves. Surpassing ourselves, what does it mean? It means that we all feel limitations, difficulties. If we do not feel limitations and difficulties, then we are not striving. A person who does things, a person who tries to achieve things, who tries to do new things, always finds limitations, difficulties, hindrances. And this Sagittarius energy encourages us, challenges us, pulls us like a magnet to overcome the limitations, because in our day-to-day life we seldom find the courage and the strength to push ourselves, because the people around, the world around, the economic, political, social situations around, they're quite demanding. They require a lot of our energy, lot of our focus, and we lose our energy. So we require a constant source of energy, and that source of energy, which is very powerful and is available to us, is a full moon period. Now let us see the symbolism of Sagittarius. You can see an animal, a horse here, and a man. Half man, half horse, an animal. So what is the meaning of this? The meaning is humans, the spark within the humans has developed over a period of millions of years. We were animals. I'm talking about the consciousness within us. The consciousness within us, even though we are humans, many people have consciousness of just of an animal. And few people are animal man. That means good and bad. And then human. So as we evolve, as our consciousness evolves, we move from an animalistic consciousness to an animalistic human consciousness together, and then to human consciousness, and then a soul consciousness. So what is this Animal consciousness, animal human consciousness, what is the distinction? Let us know. The first sign of an animal living in a human form is when a man lives for himself and his own interests. If you are always thinking about your interests, your health, your money, your family, your property, then it is an animalistic state of consciousness. The second sign of an animal is when you use others for your own food, just like an animal. Now, what is this using others for our own food? We use people to achieve our goals. We are self-centered. The third sign is this: animals never think about their future. So, let us see ourselves. We want things to be done right now, but we seldom think about what is the effect of the actions which we do as of now in the future. So, our actions as of now are very important for us, but we do not have the ability or the interest to think for some time what could be the result of my actions right now. Animals, they have urges and drives. They cannot control it. We humans also have urges and drives, but we can control it. There is a difference. Think about it. Now, what is human nature? The first sign of entering into the real human kingdom and becoming human is when you live for one humanity. It is opposite to the animal. Animal lives for himself and for his own interests. The human nature lives for one humanity. It thinks for others. As a humanity, whole humanity, it thinks. The second sign of human being is when you sacrifice yourself for humanity if necessary. What is the second sign of an animal? It uses others for its food, but human nature is opposite to it. It sacrifices itself for humanity if necessary. There is a difference. The third sign is when you live to create a beautiful future for yourself and for humanity. An animal never thinks about the future. A person with animal consciousness cannot see the future. He's blind. That is the reason people are getting diseases. An action a person performs in the past, that energy will be modulated, will be stored, and will take a form and enter into our causal mind, and then it enters into our mind, emotions, etheric body, and then physical body. No energy is destroyed in this universe. Everything is conserved. The actions which we do are subtle energies which are stored in space, and they enter within us in the form. This is what we call as karma. And then this karma will translate into our diseases if they are bad. They also translate into richness, riches, like health, like wealth, like good family circumstances, good opportunities to learn. So this particular thing translates into positive or negative both. So what is the third sign of a human nature? It creates a beautiful future for yourself and for humanity. That means, how can you create a beautiful future only when you can see the future for yourself and for the humanity. Okay. Yes. Sagittarius has 5 stages of thankfulness and gratitude. Now, why thankfulness? Why gratitude? What is the reason for us to talk about this? The point here is, as we progress in our consciousness from animal consciousness to animal, man consciousness, and then man consciousness or human consciousness to soul consciousness. As we evolve our consciousness in this way, a quality within us develops. What is that quality? It is the quality of thankfulness, gratitude. This is so important. A real spiritual disciple always has thankfulness and gratitude towards every person, everything. The extent to which you are thankful and grateful defines the extent to which you are striving, the extent to which your consciousness is unfolding. So what is there are 5 stages of thankfulness. We will be meditating on these stages today in our meditation. The first stage is you are thankful for many, many things. You are thankful because everything in nature is given to you. That is, when you're thankful about things which you have, food, shelter, clothing, good children and parents and spouses, property and everything. You're thankful for food, for everything, whichever you have. This is the first level of thankfulness. This is quite limited. So what does it mean? Since you have it, you're thankful. So if you do not have, you're unthankful. Yes, at this level, this is stage 1 of thankfulness. At this level, a person is thankful for everything he has. This is quite limited, egoistic too, but still it is thankfulness at the first level. At the second level, you go a little deeper and you understand the philosophy and the meaning within the life. And here, as you experience life, you will also appreciate your troubles, your pains, the sufferings, the failures, the problems. Why do you appreciate? Because your experience, your maturity taught you that during difficult times, your experience and the maturity which you obtained during those times, that is really crucial and that is really important. I will give you a small example. Imagine you have been to a place where you felt a lot of difficulties. Maybe you missed a bus and you have to wait a lot, and it is getting dark and you have to stay at a different place where you do not know anyone. And then you somehow struggled and managed, and then took a bus or a flight the next after few days. Imagine one more experience, like During this Corona period, we all have faced troubles, especially poor people. They face a lot of troubles. The whole world is facing troubles. But during this period, we have all understood the value of social contact, the relationships. We all understood that we all are one humanity because the entire humanity was facing crisis. The experiences of this corona, the world will remember them, and the world has learnt a lot about themselves, where they are struggling, what are the problems. So with your suffering, what is suffering, what is this failures and problems and all these things, these are the payment, the bills which we have to pay, the karmic bills which we have to pay. Once we pay these bills, we will be free of karma, because of which our consciousness starts expanding once again. This is a kind of an energy which keeps you stuck at a place. So we have to clean up our bills, clear our bills, so that we start moving ahead. So our experiences of pain in our life gives us maturity. And during this second stage of thankfulness, we we are thankful for the pains and failures and sufferings which we had in our life. A small example, uh, I have been to Darjeeling like last year for a basic mountaineering course. It's a 28-day course, and in the process, we were taken to a base camp which is 14,000 feet. It's like it's very difficult to breathe in that 14,000 feet space. And we stayed there for a week. And from that 14,000 feet, we have to travel every day morning uh, in that tour, in that location, which is sub-zero temperatures, to a glacier to do mountaineering practices and come back before it is dark. So at that space, in that 7 days, I learned a lot. I was acclimatizing with the environment. I suffered a lot of pain, but then that 7 days of my life, it gave me such an experience, and I understood that the life which we are experiencing in the cities and the life here is such a contrast. And this is in the nature, in that particular altitude. So the things which we get in our cities and with the people all around whom we know, all these are treasures, all these are gifts which we have. Even electricity is a gift which we were not having there as ample as we wanted. The temperature which we have here is such a gift which I was not having there. So even small things like water, toilet, all these are such a big gifts for us. So the problems and sufferings which I face there, I remember it till now. So we should always be thankful for our failures, our difficulties and pains in life. The third stage is you will understand how to be grateful when you have been given an opportunity to serve. This third degree of gratitude is such a deep concept, an opportunity to serve. Not, for example, during this COVID periods, many of the doctors have been given a great opportunity to serve. And many doctors have really helped the society a lot. But sometimes few individuals may feel uh, I've got stuck here at this location serving the patients, COVID patients, and we are also prone to contact the COVID. Some doctors also think in that this way, but many of them have really given their services. So at this third stage of consciousness, a person feels grateful to be given an opportunity to serve. And that even that position of service, it can be very dangerous, very difficult, very irritable, but still at this consciousness, the person feels grateful to be given an opportunity. At the fourth stage is very advanced. It is sacrificial service. Grateful to be given an opportunity to be sacrificial. Sacrificial means you give away something which is very dear to you for a greater cause. And this can be something like this. An opportunity came to you have where you have to perform an heroic act to save some people, putting your life at risk, your property at risk. So there is a risk factor here, tremendous risk factor, but you take the risk. You're ready to sacrifice for something big, for something not related to you personally. You won't gain anything personally through this act, but you do it. Now, such actions, such sacrificial acts are given to only few. And this act of sacrificial service greatly and tremendously cleanses a person's karma. It purifies, it expands his consciousness. It's a great service. You can see people, few heroic people around, mothers, and many individuals who sacrifice their lives for some greater cause, greater good. The fifth stage of the great thankfulness is gratitude to the teaching. Gratitude to the teaching. This is very important. Without the teaching, humanity is blind. We should be thankful and grateful for the masters for giving us their teachings, because these teachings will help us, help our soul to navigate this human birth. Without their direction, we are all very blind. So we should feel the gratitude for these teachings, for the masters, for having their books, for listening to their audios and videos. This stage is a very advanced stage, and all these 5 steps of thankfulness and gratefulness can be experienced depending upon our level of evolution. We are animals, humans, and then soul consciousness. So, depending upon where we are, we will feel grateful, thankful at that specific location within these 5. And it is also the other way. When we feel grateful for things at whichever level within this 5, that at that particular level, our consciousness also expands. It is just like if A is equal to B, then B is equal to A. So we have to feel grateful and use this particular 5 steps. Now, let us meditate for some time Please close your eyes. Please close your eyes. Sit, relax, close your eyes. Let us say the great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men. The purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out. And may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Let us now sound 3 ohms to synchronize our etheric, astral, and mental bodies. When you sound Om, see that O and M are of same duration. Try to sound with a low volume. Yes. Now, try to think and make a list of physical aspects for which you should be thankful. I'll give you 1 minute time. Try to think and make a list of all the physical aspects for which you should be thankful. Now, try to think about all the emotional aspects for which you should be thankful. Now, think about all the mental aspects for which you should be thankful. Let us say 3 ohms. Sound ohm softly. Thank you very much for joining this session. Please take care. I'm Sai Nandan Reddy, the founder and director of INITIATIC School.